Hi parents, this is Coach Wright with Clovis West, Calvin Baseball, and this is video number 2 in our series on the basics of scorekeeping. Now, the first thing to know when you're trying to keep score, you're always going to start with the team that's up to bat, and that's the away team. First, will always be up to bat. And so what you're really recording oftentimes are the putouts by the kids on defense. Every kid on defense has a position number that is used for scorekeeping purposes. So we start with the pitcher. He's position number 1. The catcher is position number 2. And then we work our way around the bases. First base number 3, second base number 4, third base number 5, and then we go to the shortstop at number 6. And then we head to the outfield and go 7, 8, 9, left, center, right. Now, in most scorebooks, here's an example from our Dick's Sporting Goods scorebook from last season. They will have these numbers for you in the book. Now, in our rookies division, we do use 4 outfielders, so you just go 7, 8, 9, 10, left center, and then right field. But remember, so they're always out here, but it goes pitcher, catcher, first, second, third, shortstop, and then left, center field, right field. Okay, so that's how we're going to start noting things. As an example, if a ground ball hits to the shortstop, he fields it, throws to the first base, runners out. That's a 6-3. Shortstop position, player position number 6. Fielded the ball, threw over to the first baseman, position number 3. Runner was out. So that's a basic thing of how you record a ground ball out. The two players that were involved. Or another example, a fly ball is marked with an F for fly ball. And so we have fly ball to center field. Center fielder's position number 8. So it's an F8. And that's basically the summary of the entire notation system. Sometimes you'll just write numbers down for the players that were involved, and sometimes you'll write a letter down to give more clarification on how a runner was put out. The most basic things, though, that you're going to need to know, and I'll show you on this scorebook, is and again, you're going to have a copy of this, which is probably easier to see in my video. You have like a little picture of a baseball diamond. Up here you have ways that the runner can get on. Not all scorebooks will do it like this, but many of them will have something. So up here, when you're looking at that, it'll show 1B, 2B, 3B, HR, which is 1 base, 2 bases, 3 bases, and a home run. So it's single, double, triple, and a home run. Okay, so that's what 1B, 2B, 3B is. And then I'll have base on balls is the 5th way that they kind of show a runner getting on base. Okay. Now, if you've not heard of base on balls, well, most people refer to that simply as a walk. Okay, but the actual baseball term is you've been awarded first base because of 4 balls thrown base on balls. So a walk is always called BB. And then down here, within that same little square, okay, there's the baseball diamond, so you can follow the runner around the base paths. And you'll see over here, there's like 2 little boxes, and then right below that, there's 3 little boxes. And you'll see that pretty much everywhere. The 2 small boxes are for strikes, and the 3 small boxes are for balls. And if your first thought is, well, wait a minute, a kid could have 3 strikes, why are there only 2 boxes? Well, the first box is for strike 1, the second box is for strike 2. If he records strike 3, the runner's out, and so you'll put a K. That's the term is for strike. So if you ever watch like a Giants game and they have the guys out right field, right down the right field line, there's K's up on the board. Okay, the strikeouts recorded by the pitcher that day. And so you don't need room for a third strike. And there's the same thing for balls. There's 1, 2, 3 places for the first 3 balls. And then if they get ball 4, on this scorebook, there's room for a BB that you would, circle and draw your little runner going over the first base. So, the most common things that you're going to deal with, and again, look to your cheat sheet. I'm going to create one just for you that I'll send out with this with like the 10 or 12 most common ways a batter will get out. But we talked about single, double, triple, home run. So 1B, 2B, 3B, or HR for home run. Won't be a lot of those, but do that. A walk is a base on balls. Unfortunately, at this age level, another common way a kid might get reach base is by being hit by pitch. So some will record that as HP, hit by pitch, or HBP. Okay, I've seen it done both ways. And again, within the scoring system, Don't overthink it. You know, some books may say HBP. In this book, they write it as HP. But like I said, I've seen it a lot of ways HPP. So one thing to be aware of, there's not like a perfect exact way to do it unless you ask someone their opinion, and they'll tell you their opinion is, you know, whatever they think is the exact way you should do it. But a lot of these notations, you'll kind of get different ideas on the way to do it. The other ways that so those are the most common ways runners are going to reach base. The most common ways runners are going to get out is a ground out. So a ground ball hit to somewhere in the infield, like the second baseman will ease it out as an example. He feels it, throws to first. You just write in your scorebook 4-3. If they hit a fly ball, we talked about that, and let's say it's a fly ball pop up in the infield, and the third baseman catches it. Well, now the third baseman is position number 5. So we mark that down as F5. I'll show you real quick a filled out scorebook, but we're also going to fill out a book on our own. But I can see an F4 right here in this scorebook. Okay, fly ball caught by the second baseman. There's a strikeout. There's a strikeout. There's a 1-3, so the pitcher fielded the ball, threw it over to first base. There's a 4-3. Second baseman fielded the ball, threw it over to first base. Okay, so you can see a lot of these things in here. We're following the runner around. Okay, this runner over here, he reached third base and the inning ended. This runner reached second base when the inning ended. And here's the guy that ended the inning on a 4-3 ground ball. And we can see this one's all filled in. Well, that runner came all the way home. Now, like this, we talked about there's different ways you can do that. That was a score being kept by another parent. It wasn't me. I usually have done it this way. This is from a game last year where I was keeping score, and like this kid, he reached home. Right? He hit a double apparently, and eventually worked his way all the way home. And I didn't fill in the middle of the box like the parent who kept score for me did fill in the middle of the box. And then, like as a third example in their system here, this circle in the middle means this kid scored. What's interesting, their theory was you really only record how the kid reached first base. In this system, they did not record him going all the way around the bases, which is really strange. I've never seen that before. But just so you're aware, there's different kind of opinions on how we're going to keep score. But that's the basic notation, and you can see they have some examples. F9, fly ball to the right fielder. That kid struck out. This kid got out on a 6-3. Shortstop to first baseman, force out. And like I said, they do HB. I've always done HBP. That was a hit batsman. So that's those are the notes. Like I said, after I finish this video, I'm going to make a shortcut with the most 10, 12, maybe whatever I can figure out as far as the most common things you'll actually see in a game. And so you can have that with you just in case for whatever reason the scorebook you're looking at is some line different. And we're going to move on now to video number 3, which we're going to actually keep score for the first inning, maybe inning and a half